See, these aren't horribly dirty. Sometimes the salt will turn like really dark, like that one around the rims. But that might be even just some of a little bit of the stain seeping into it. But I'm probably gonna clean these out and do them one more time, and you'll kind of see the difference. This is that K. Woody Peterson, and I can't remember the name of this one. This is the one with the really chewed up stem. So you guys can see the difference later. That's my coffee. But I'll clean those out here in a minute and get them bleaching again. I'm just gonna do a little bit of bowl buffing, a little bit of explanation. What I have here is just a somewhat basic table buffer grinder that I got off eBay. I think I paid $40 or $50 maybe. You can get them on there for like $49.95 with free shipping. It's a no-name polished buffer. They're okay. I've been using it for like 2.5 years now, so it's been working. And it says it goes from 2,000 RPMs to 7,000 RPMs. Well, I prefer it to go from about 1,500, you know, up to 5,000 or 6,000 or 7,000 or whatever, because you mostly use the lower speeds, especially when I'm shining things up. And you crank it up higher in order to kind of melt the wax to get it onto the wheel. And I've got several different kinds of wheels. This is a cotton, like a flannel kind of wheel. And then I've got, this is I'm not sure exactly what this one is. Because I just use it for buffing and shining. I don't put anything on it. And then I've got these other wheels that I first started off with that are different, a little bit different material. I think than this, and maybe the same. It's just that these are a little bit fuzzier when they come out, and these aren't real fuzzy. These are cotton muslin, M-U-S-L-I-N, that I use for the brown buffing compound and the white buffing compound. And I'll use, I do have one of these for smaller areas to get into the wax. It's kind of hard to get wax into like the shank where it meets the bowl and everything sometimes. But I use this big fluffy one to really get into the bowls and everything. It's nice and fluffy. I'd like to have a bigger one, and this one actually might hold, I think these are 3 or 4 inch wheels. 4 inch wheels. These actually might hold a 5 inch wheel. But I know a lot of people when they buff, they'll actually put 2 of these things together. So it's a big fluffy ball of wax, you know, and you can just work the pack. But if you can slow this down, you can really work the wax all into it. The faster it goes, the more tight it holds, so it's a little bit harder to, you know, to put that wax on real softly and shine it up. So that's why this one's a little bit harder to use. I know Jay has a bigger buffer grinder and it works a lot better because I think you can slow it down farther than 2,000 RPMs. But this is a good starter one, and I've had it for a couple of years. Whenever I get up to Oregon, I might get me a bigger buffer for the table that has more of an adjustable speed that actually works better. Just some explanation on what I'm doing. I haven't really done a great job explaining. But I did some videos a few months back on the process and explained it I think a little bit more then versus now. Now I'm just kind of trying to show Kevin how his pipes are progressing. And like whenever you apply this wax, this hardening of the wax is really hard. So you've really got to crank it up to melt it to where it comes onto this, to where it gets onto this. And you can kind of feel it as you're doing it and melt it, you know, it kind of melts away. But I'm going to do a little wax on some of his pipes. Put my face mask on. And you can feel that it's warm because it melts it away onto this. And then you just kind of, now you gotta be careful because this thing will grab it. This thing will grab those pipe bowls. And when you're waxing, you really need to have it up at a somewhat moderate speed because in effect it kind of melts that wax back onto the bowl. This carnauba wax is a very hard wax. I'll work on half of this bowl, and I'll show you half of it that's waxed and half of it that isn't waxed. Now this bowl is an older bowl, it's pretty chewed up. The stem didn't turn out like I wanted it to, and I'll explain that later. But the bowl itself, it's got a lot of fills and everything, but it's a nice bowl. It's a thick, tall chimney bowl. It's going to be a good smoker. It's not a perfect bowl, but you're also not paying $80, $90, $150 for this kind of pipe. If they're even still made, which I don't even know if they are. I worked over at it last night. My wife left about 2 and kind of woke me up, and then I had pipes on the brain, so I got up to work on the pipes. I know Kevin's probably anxious to get them back, so I'm trying, man. Bruce, B.A. Miller, 1961, should be getting his package today, or have gotten it, so his Criswell should be arriving in Illinois. And then this wheel, there's nothing on it, it's just a buffer. It just kind of buffs the wax into the wood and smooths it off and shines it up. Takes a while, so I'm not going to do a big long video on it. You guys have kind of seen it before, but I don't know how to edit, so I just don't want to make a giant long video. That's the bowl, half that's not waxed, and I'm going to wax these multiple times, each of them, and then the other side. You can see there's a lot of fills on this one, but it's still going to be a good, nice, you know, sturdy, thick rim, tall bowl, chimney pipe. Not much of a shine there. It's kind of just down to the wood, kind of the stain. So they just take time. All right. I'm gonna get to work. Get these pipes up to Kevin, get some more of that coffee in me, and we'll see you guys later.